In the presence of angels. When I was young and sick, I had a dream of a heaven-like place, a place I never imagined could exist. It was like nothing I had ever seen before. The first thing I noticed was the silence, deep and profound. It was as the entire world was holding its breath. I stood in a vast ethereal space where everyone dressed in long white robes stood in quiet reverence. Some had magnificent wings, tall and commanding, their presence serene. Others, without wings, stood with equal dignity, wrapped in a tranquil stillness, absorbed in prayer. The air around me was cool, neither cold nor warm, and the surroundings had a slight fog, giving the whole place a soft, dreamlike quality. The evening had a calm order to it. I could see the horizon, but there was no sun, only a peaceful light that bathed everything in a serene glow. It was so organized, almost as though time itself was held in perfect harmony. I walked aimlessly, feeling out of place among all these people. I didn't know anyone there, and that loneliness filled me with sadness I couldn't explain. And then he appeared, a figure who looked like an old man with skin so white it seemed to glow. His face was kind, gentle, but also ancient, like someone who had seen all of the time. He approached me with an expression of concern. "Why do you look so sad?" he asked, his voice soft yet full of wisdom. I looked up at him, feeling vulnerable and lost. "I don't know anyone here," I told him. "I feel out of place and I don't feel happy." He nodded, understanding. "That is all right," he said. "You are not meant to be alone here. You can return and spend more time with those you love for one day. All of you will be united here." His words were comforting, filled with warmth and promise, though they also made my heart ache with the thought of being apart from my loved one. As I walked a bit and then turned, I saw a terrifying sight in the distance, a massive hole in the ground with flames pouring out of it, reaching upward as if to devour everything in its path. It was unlike anything I had ever seen, dark, fiery and ominous. Yet as I tried to move closer, a force seemed to hold me back, pulling me away from it. I couldn't approach any closer, as though an invisible barrier was keeping me safe. I heard a voice from behind, softly yet firmly, saying, "You can't go there. Deep down you know how to avoid that place because you would never want to be there." And then he said, "You know what to do? Trust what your mind and heart tell you and follow what feels right. It may not be easy, as you'll face disruptions along the way, but you can overcome them and make it through. Your dreams will guide you in what's to come and what to do next." The dream was like a memory, vivid and strange, full of things I couldn't fully comprehend. It was a place of peace and stillness, but also a place of warning. The old man had given me hope, told me that one day I would be reunited with those I loved, and that thought stayed with me long after I woke. That dream, that strange vision of heaven and the looming threat of the fiery abyss stayed with me as I got better, shaping my understanding of life, love, and what may lie beyond. As I stood there, surrounded by the soft glow and endless silence, one thing became abundantly clear. I felt so at peace. There were no problems, no pain, no worries. Everything was calm, as if time itself had slowed to a gentle rhythm. The weight I had carried for so long was gone, replaced by a sense of tranquility I had never known. Yet despite all of this, there was a quiet ache deep inside me. I didn't know anyone there. It was peaceful, yes, but it was also lonely in its own way. And in that moment, I realized that peace meant little without the presence of those I loved. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to share